Welcome back, boys. So today, a little bit of a different video. As you can see in the title, we're not opening anything. Well, I guess technically we're opening this box, but I am presenting to you guys the return for my PSA submission, my first ever actually. Really, there's nothing to it. And then I'll show you guys the cards that I plan on sending for grading once again after I've revealed the ones in here. So truth be told, I have seen the grades already. It's not that I didn't want to look at them. I just literally couldn't wait. I think for my next submission, I'll be a little bit more patient and more understanding. Put this off to the side so you guys can't see. So here we go. We're starting off with the first one, and it is a Matty Beniers PSA 5. Now, when I submitted this card, I didn't expect 5, to be honest. I didn't expect 10 either, because basically, I don't know if it's possible to pick it up on camera, but basically right there is a like a print line from the printer that printed the card, obviously going across here, across the card. So I honestly didn't know how this would affect the grading. I thought the rest of the card looked all right, so I said, you know what, screw it, I'll just send it, and it'll serve, I guess, as a lesson to myself and perhaps others watching this video that indeed a big old crease line on the card does affect the grading.
Oh, really?
I had seen some examples online that it didn't affect, so I wasn't too sure if it was actually gonna matter or not, but turns out that it is indeed a big thing. Next card here, we have a clear-cut Jack Quinn that I actually opened. If you guys seen my first ever video, I don't recommend it because the quality of that video is just terrible. But yeah, PSA 9 Jack Quinn, pretty happy with it. Wish I got a 10, but I know there were some surface scratches, so kind of expected to get a 9. Third card here, we have this Jack Hughes that you guys, again, may remember from the Ruby Foos video that I did, this card expo that I went to. Picked this card up raw for $110. So obviously, I think there's a decent amount of profit here. Jack Hughes has been just straight up killing it in these playoffs. He was for a while, he was the only player from the Devils that could score, but looks like the Devils picked it up a little bit. Maybe this will age not so well, depending. Right now, at the time of recording, Devils just won 4-0, so we'll see. But very happy with this acquisition. I'm probably gonna keep this one. I think it'll go up in price. And yeah, honestly, if you were thinking about picking a PSA 10 Jack Hughes up, I highly recommend it. Next card here, we have a French Matty Beniers Jean Lou PSA 9. Kind of bummed out about that one. I thought it would get a 10. To me, it looked pretty good. Perhaps here, it's kind of hard to pick up on camera, but there's like a little whitening at the top. Apart from that, I didn't really see what was wrong with it, so a little bit disappointed, but still. For a Calder winner, PSA 9 French Young Guns. Last year, they're doing French Young Guns, so happy with that. Now into the personal collection part of the video, I guess, if you want to take it like that. Here we have a Elias Pettersson, PSA 8. Now, these precious metal gems are pretty hard to get PSA 10. I've personally not seen that many PSA 10. The person I did submit with, Cards by Choice, he actually got a PSA 10 Carey Price PMG, so that was really cool, but extremely rare. The reason I sent this card in for grading was not because I'm a huge Canucks fan or anything, but because, as you can see here, this is literally jersey numbered. So I thought that this card, jersey numbered Pettersson, would definitely be worth encasing and keeping, you know, nice of any defect by having it in a hard case or something, a one touch. So yeah, really happy about this one. Not too sure on the value of it because, well, obviously with the jersey number, I think it goes up to how much a person is willing to pay. But hopefully he pans out and becomes the captain of the Canucks. I think if he does, this card will definitely go up in value. Next here, my Nick Suzuki. So when I submitted this card, I wasn't even sure if it would get an 8, to be honest. I'm not even sure how it got a 9, but you know what? I can't deny that it's a nice looking card. Jersey color, jersey match. I was a little bit scared with these PMGs that when you look here, you can see like the Canadians is kind of faded. I don't think they take that into consideration when grading the card because that's really just a printing defect. The actual card, the cardboard piece is not, how can I say, like it's nothing's wrong with it actually. Like it's just the printing on it is a little bit off-centered, but I wouldn't even say off-centered because the card is not off-centered. It's the extra layer on it of foiling, I guess. I don't know the printing process, but that would be my guess. So yeah, really happy about this one. Then second to last card, we have this Cale Makar here, PSA 9 once again. This card is absolutely beautiful. The corners here, I think, sold my PSA 10. You can see a little bit of whitening here, but apart from that, really happy with this one. I think it looks great. I love the retro jersey. Cale Makar is just a great player, great card to invest in, so really happy about this one. And last but not least, we have the big boy, the biggest card, I guess, up to until, well, I guess if you see my other videos, until my SPA videos that I've opened, this is my Mort Sider reverse retro jersey color match. Absolutely beautiful card. I love how this card looks. The value on it too, as a PSA 9, I think it's pop count 2, which is, I mean, that's already kind of crazy to think that there's another one that's PSA 9, but still, I'm super happy with this one. Not sure what I plan to do with it. I think the value is pretty high. He's a decent hold. People really love Mort Sider, so this one might just sit in my collection for a bit. We'll see what I do with it. So for part 2 of this video, I think that I'm going to just show you guys the cards that I plan on submitting and what grades I expect from them. Obviously, it would be easy to say, you know, I expect 10s, but there's a lot of precious metal gems in that submission.
Who would have thought? Not me.
So I think it'll be interesting to see, based on what I received so far with my first submission, what I think I will get with my future submission. So first off, we're going to start with the non-precious metal gems. This is the card I opened in my last SP opening. It's super sharp. I don't see really any problems with it. Obviously, the biggest gripe that I have is the autograph is a little bit smudged here. Like, it's very noticeable, but otherwise it's still a very nice autograph. The corners look good, the surface looks good. I inspected it, and I think it's just such a nice card that it's worth encapsulating. I think a lot of people too, when they send cards to PSA, they maybe just want to make a profit or anything. Personally, I'm a big collector, so I don't really mind. You know, I don't really collect the young guns like this one, like this Shane Wright, which this one I opened too in a box of a series 2. So the young guns I might sell, but for the rest, I just think that it's just easier to basically keep them safe, keep the cards nice, and the cards looking nice. I think that personally, PSA cases are just super nice. Yes, for the resale value, but like also just for the collector aspect and just to keep the card safe and secure. I think it's worth investing a little bit into protecting your cards, so down the line they keep their value, and you know, who knows, never know what the price of cards might do. But yeah, so here we go. This Shane Wright, I think we've looked at it long enough. Then I have this Wyatt Johnston here that I think also could be a good PSA 10 candidate. Obviously, I'm sending in these young guns because I think they'll get PSA 10, so I can't really guess what the grade is. I hope it'll be 10, but if I'm guessing, I would say 10. But like for these precious metal gems, and sending them in because, like, for example, this one, I personally don't see how it would not get a 10. The surface is nice. The corners are nice. The only gripe that I have with it are maybe like there's a little bit of weathering around the edges, but I have seen worse cards with worse, especially PMGs, like worse cut, get good grades. So hopefully, you know, this one gets a nice grade. I bought this one because I really hope that Pierre-Luc Dubois comes to the halves. I think if he does, it'll be a big piece for my collection. So yeah. Then we have this Nathan MacKinnon reverse retro. I literally bought this card and it came in just after I submitted my first submission. I was hoping to get the Makar and the Nathan MacKinnon together. Sadly, the timing was kind of unfortunate, but yeah, these are two cards that I think him and Makar are gonna look really good together. I think this card will probably get a 9. Here we have an old boy, Claude Giroux from 2012. I bought this card at a recent Expo, Ruby Foos once again. And for a 2012 PMG, I thought it was just really clean, especially the back. If you look around the edges here, you can see barely any white, really, which is really rare for these 2012 PMGs. So with the quality of this card, with the cutting and everything, I thought it would be a good candidate for perhaps a PSA 9. PSA 9 and these old cards are really rare, so hopefully I get that, and that's what I'm expecting. I can't wait to go back on this video and see how wrong I was, or perhaps even be surprised that hopefully more cards got better grades than I thought. So here we have Jamie Drysdale, another PMG. Actually, I think the rest are all PMGs, so expect to see a lot of those. If you know me and if you've seen any of my other videos, you know I'm a big collector. So yeah, this one has some rough edges, but honestly, I think it could still grade nicely. The pattern of the foiling in the background is really nice. There's no like sharp lines or anything, so I think it'll grade well. I think at least a 9. Here we have another big rookie, Mason McTavish. This card is actually, I think, even better looking than the Jamie Drysdale. Maybe the front, the back is again little classic PMG problems, some whitening around the edges, but hey, never know. I'm expecting PSA 9. Then we have the big one out of the 3 Ducks players, Trevor Zegras. Love this player, love how he plays. He's so flashy. Great to watch him play. This card is super sharp. The edges are a little bit white, but I think you kind of have to get the right angle to see it, especially on this side. I don't even know if it'll show up on camera, but yeah, I think it's even sharper. I don't expect the 10, but hopefully a 9 will do. Here we have a green Igor Shesterkin. Shesterkin, just super good goalie, you know, Vezina trophy winner. Definitely not a bad investment. So I saw this card. I was like, you know what? I like how it looks. There's only 10 of them. Even if it doesn't grade a 9, it gets an 8, let's say. I think it's worth sending in and just protecting because I love the green. I don't know why, even though it's not color match or anything, I think the green on white just looks really cool. Hopefully, PSA 9. Here we have my Cole Caulfield red. You've probably seen this one in the background of some videos. Honestly, I think this could be a candidate for PSA 10, and I'm not even kidding. The corners are super sharp. The edges don't really have any fray on them. I don't really see any white. I compared it with my friend's PSA 10 carry prize that he got, and it looks very similar in terms of corners and edges. So hopefully the person that grades my card is going to be in a good mood, because this in PSA 10 would be an absolute holy grail of a collection piece. You guys might also know that I have the green version. I won't be sending it in this submission because it's a little bit more pricey. So I think I'm going to go with the standalone option of just sending it in through Express, so I can send my card faster and receive it back faster. I know the upcharge will be absolutely ridiculous because it's PSA. So the reason I'm sending in this blue one, which is not numbered, is literally just so I can have all 3 versions graded, and my OCD would just trigger me too hard if I had, let's say, the green, the red graded, and then the blue one ungraded. So yeah, I think this one's not even in perfect condition, but I don't really care about the grade. I think this will get maybe a PSA 8, but truth be told, I just wanted slab, so yeah. Here we have my Nick Suzuki green. Again, this one is a weird case because if you look here at the top of the card, you can kind of see a little dent onto the surface. So I don't know how much this will affect the grade. The back is pretty sharp. The corners look good, but I think this little dent might stop it from getting a PSA 10. Hopefully it doesn't stop it from getting a PSA 9, but I'm expecting it between an 8 and a 9. I think it would be nice. Here we have my Nick Suzuki PSA red. Honestly, same thing. This one looks good. The fraying on the back is a little bit more apparent on this one, so I don't think it'll get a 9. I think maybe an 8, but the printing itself it looks really good, so hopefully it gets a 9, but I'm expecting an 8. Here we have just the blue version to go with the Caulfields. Yeah, literally this card it's okay. There's a little bit of fraying, but once again, like I said, I don't really care about the grade on this card. I'm not super, like, it doesn't bother me that much if I don't have all the same grades or all PSA 10, whatever. The cards I collect, they're for me personally, so I just want them to be able to withstand the test of time and have them, you know, look good together. And then finally, the last card. This one I got off e-pack because it was honestly quite difficult to find just someone who already had it in hand, so I had to get it off someone on e-pack and then order it to my house. This card is interesting because if you look at the back, everything looks pretty sharp, looks pretty good. The corners, maybe a little bit of white, but not too crazy. But then here, if you look in the front, you can see, you know, some of the cards that I've showed you so far have had slight dust on it and everything, but this card, it actually has this little dot right here. That's actually like a printing painting dot. You can kind of see the other dots here too. I hope that it shows through YouTube quality, but there's like little white speckled of I don't know what you would call it. This came straight from e-pack, so I don't know. I don't even think it would be possible to get a replacement because it's numbered, but yeah, I'm sending this one in, and because of this also printing line here that's on the front, I don't know how much that will affect the grade because it's the foiling, but I don't know. Because of this little dot right here, I kind of expect a PSA 6 or a PSA 7. I don't expect a super high grade for this, but it's Connor McDavid. I think anything Connor McDavid, especially numbered, you just have to get graded. I think it's worth it. If ever I want to move it, it'll be easier, but yeah. Also, I guess I'll show you guys this one that I bought already. You know, I had to get this McDavid when I got the Draisaitl because I just think they'll look crazy good together. I also plan on sending this Shohei Ohtani. This is not hockey. I have this Mikko Rantanen here that I'm gonna crack right now. And I've never cracked any card before, so we're gonna do this together. I don't know. This one, I looked at the card itself when I bought it, and the card itself looks good. So hoping to get a 10. Will it? I don't know. This is kind of a risk that I'm taking, but we'll see. I like the Beckett slabs, but like this one's even cracked, so I don't know. It felt worth cracking and try it again. And then this Shohei, I just love Shohei Ohtani. So this one, I don't know what the issue is. I think maybe the back here is a little bit off-centered, but I know that in grading, the back is sometimes as important, let's say. So the new grader might give me a slip, so we'll see. But yeah, so I'm gonna crack these two right now, and we'll see how that goes.
2,000 years later.
Got the card out, him and the Shohei. Somehow I didn't lose a finger, or the card didn't lose a corner. I'm gonna add these to the submission, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here through this stressful time with me. Hopefully I didn't miss anything and damage the slab. Well, the slab's obviously damaged, but damage the card. I'll be back with you guys in a month or two and show you guys the results I got and how far I was off from the results that I expected. Hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So thank you.
I have $30,000 in credit card debt. When they call, I tell them I can't pay it back yet.